joining me now with reaction. Fox News politics editor, it is Chris Stirewalt. Chris, what did you make of the ground the president covered tonight?
Much ground, from Andrew Jackson to
Old Hickory.
Old Hickory. He doesn't seem to like Phil Bredesen, and he is bringing vote, and he has a tendency to do this. He brings voters in on a strategic level, which most politicians find to be too cynical, but he brings them in. So the Democrats say this, and then I'm going to say this, and this is what we have to do. He's much more transparent about his political thinking about it, and he's talking like he's talking to a campaign advisor, but he's talking to a hall filled with thousands of people. And he definitely is making them feel like they're part of his team, his effort, and he's okay with this midterm being a referendum on him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because he does bring the crowd into his process, as though they're just spitballing and whiteboarding and throwing out some ideas, and some of them very well received by the crowd. When he referred to Nancy Pelosi as an MS-13 lover, the crowd went absolutely crazy.
You probably, at a Republican campaign rally in Tennessee, you probably cannot hit Nancy Pelosi hard enough. There's probably nothing you could say about her that would be too much for an audience like this. And he's roughing up the Democrats pretty consistently. Bredesen, though, if I were Blackburn, Phil Bredesen's a very popular two-term governor in Tennessee, moderate Democrat businessman. If I were Blackburn, I would have liked to have seen probably some more specific targeting on Bredesen, because she's lagging in this race. She's not doing as well as many people expected she would, and she needs a boost, and that boost is going to have to come from attacking Bredesen. So she was probably hoping the president would have a better nickname for him than just not knowing anything about it.
Yeah, you know what? I think the rest of the country joins the president. They know a little bit more about Marsha Blackburn after having seen her on some shows on Fox Business and Fox News, of course. Let's discuss some of what the president didn't, including Roseanne, one of our party panelists who is going to re-debut tonight in the 9 o'clock hour. Cabot Phillips, he predicted that he would say nothing about Roseanne, and he didn't touch on that controversy at all. What do you make of that?
That's smart. Roseanne Barr was a bad bet for this president. I'm sure he liked the fact that her character was a Trump supporter, but she's a Trump supporter who's a troll. And
a conspiracy theorist. Now that is a fun combination.
And that's the thing, is that she goes back out into that grosso space that other supporters of the president in the past, conspiracies about pizza parlors in Washington, D.C., about the murder of Democratic staffers, weirdo Sputnik junk that the president shouldn't be anywhere near in the first place. But in the second place, if you end up having to defend Roseanne Barr, if you end up having to talk about that, it not only draws you into that neighborhood, but it also makes you're defending a person who said something indefensible. And why do that? So I think he made a good choice in just driving around the issue and not getting sucked into it.
No, he needs that Senate seat, absolutely. And that's where his focus was tonight. A lot of applause lines, a lot of interesting places between veterans, the economy, repeal and replace. And we're going to talk about so much more of it. Chris Stirewalt, thank you so much for staying late.
You bet.